I'm always very intimidated every time that long biography is read, because a lot of that I really just don't remember. It's not part of my day-to-day. So when I hear it all at once, it makes me afraid of me. But the reason that I'm here today is, well, I think that there are actually two reasons. One is because I have a very public job, and some of you know who I am if you're watching the right station. Let that just rest on you. If you don't know who I am, let that just rest on you. And the other reason is because I believe that journalists are supposed to have an innate ability to tell stories and to use those stories to inspire change in behavior. And when it boils down to it, all that I am is a storyteller. As a matter of fact, it dawned on me the other day, and I went on LinkedIn in a moment of inspiration, and I changed my LinkedIn profile to storyteller. Of course, now I have people messaging me to ask what kind of nursery rhymes or fairy tales I read. But journalists are storytellers. And I hope today to tell you 3 stories that I believe prove a very important point about my life. And they're 3 stories that I would like for you to see if you could figure out what the moral of the stories is, what the common thread is. I know that some of you have been literature students, right? What's the common thread? What's the theme going through all of these 3 stories? So number 1, you ready? Yes. All right, we begin. UWI Mona Campus 2003. I arrived that very morning on BW 415 from Port of Spain with my suitcase and my check that Republic Bank gave to me in order to pay my school fees. The problem was that I didn't have a place. When I got to the administrative office, I asked about the degree that I had applied to do, which was international relations. Everyone had to go to Mona to do international relations at that time. And there was no online application. You sent your documents in an envelope via mail to Jamaica. So I get there, and there was no place for me. So I didn't really know what the next step should be. So I have my suitcase with me, and I'm walking down this long, winding pathway through UWI Mona. For those of you who know it, it's called the Spine, very popular. And I'm walking along the Spine, and like President Bowman, lots of crying, plenty crying. All of these stories have plenty crying, so prepare yourself. Plenty crying. I'm thinking, well, I've come all this way, so what am I supposed to do now? And I encounter a young man named Orville. Orville begins to walk with me. Of course, he's curious about why this suitcase dragging Trini crying down the Spine. And I explained to Orville that I've come all this way and I have no place in the School of International Relations. And that's what I applied to do. And Orville tells me, it took me a while to figure out what he was saying because he had this rich patois happening. And Orville tells me that that's just the way it happens in Jamaica. You need to fight for what you want. So you go from school to school until you find a place at the University of the West Indies, Mona. So that afternoon, we began our journey from school to school, from faculty to faculty, looking for a place at UWI Mona. And the first place that we went to was the School of Media and Communication. And there was an opening for television news. That's story number 1. Number 2, 2006, still on the UWI Mona campus. In those days, the exam timetable was posted on a notice board. Do we still do that? No, it's online, praise God. So the exam timetable is posted on the notice board, and you have to go through with your pen or your ruler or whatever and find the course that you are doing, the time and date of the exam. These are my final exams. This is the last step before I graduate. So I take down all my exam dates, and of course I begin to prepare for my exams. I get a call one morning. Where were you for the exam, Golda? We didn't see you in the class. I said, what exam? I was like, well, the communications exam this morning. I said, what exam? Crying begins again. I cry, because this means that I have to spend another year at UWI to do this course again. So I come home that summer, and my aunt, well, my mother's very good friend who I call my aunt, she said, why don't you go to UWI St. Augustine and see what they're offering over this summer that could help you to graduate this year. So I went there, and one of the courses that they were offering was a course in public speaking. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm working as a young reporter at CNMG. This is 2007. I had just joined the company, and one of the engineers working at the company at the time came to me and he said, "I think you would make a really good news anchor." But at that time, my reply to him was that the company had actually hired 5 or 6 people to be solely news anchors. So not only was I far back in the line, I just didn't think it was a possibility for someone who had just joined the media a year before. He said, "The consultants from overseas are setting up the equipment on top of the building. And when they do, they're going to want to test it. And they're going to want someone on camera to test it as soon as they get a live signal." So his advice to me was to make myself available, was to look the part and act the part and stay back after work in order for this opportunity to come my way. So after weeks of looking the part and acting the part, I began to feel very stupid. People kind of figured out what I was doing, and it made me feel really stupid. So I told my friend Jared, I said, "Jared, this doesn't make a lot of sense.